as people, it's within our human nature to look for the negatives first, then the positives. So we always think worst case scenario before we think best case scenario. So if we have to rely on ourselves and not seek external validation or external confirmation or just assistance, then we will talk ourselves out of our destiny. Because the voices within ourselves are usually the loudest voices, usually, especially on your journey as you are starting. It's usually the negative voice that overpowers the positive voice within your own mind. And that's why mentorship, and I'm sure we'll get into that, that's why mentorship is very important, to say that I want to speak to someone who's walked this path, who's gone through the insecurities that I'm currently facing, who's going through the self-doubt, who's gone through the dark moments that I'm struggling with. Because if that person can show me that they were where I was and they made it out and they're now living their best lives, it will give me hope to say that what they see in me is what they have in themselves, and that's a seed that you're willing to grow.
Yeah. You know what my challenge is about what both of you are saying as a coach, is that we are saying that if you've got no one to affirm you, right, you won't be able to start, or you won't be able to do anything. Like, for instance, she's saying you need to seek mentorship. Yeah, it goes back to, in the church world, they say you must have a spiritual father. And then I asked, if you don't have a father, what must happen? If you don't have a mentor, what must happen? And I always say that, okay, maybe I shouldn't even say what I always say. I'm posing it to you to say, what happens if I'm starting and there's no mentor? There's no mentor. There's no person that I can mirror myself against, because that's essentially what a mentor is. Somebody I can look at and say, but I can bounce some ideas off of this guy. But what if that guy is just not there? I mean, I'm fortunate. Sometimes I sit with you as a friend and as a coach, and I say, and I can talk however I want. And you're able to say, hey, Chief, there you are making a mistake. But not many people have got that. What then I'm saying to those people?
So you're actually saying what I was saying. What I was saying was, even if you are not self-aware, self-awareness is something that you develop over time through external validation, and it's absorbed from the environment as you get feedback. But even if you are not self-aware, you can start that business that you want to gamble on. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it doesn't, which means a lot of the learnings now are internal, right? If you don't have a mentor, what you're looking for before you do anything, actually, and what Grace talking means when she says a lot of the voices you're battling with are negative and they're internal. What you're battling in is certainty.
You're battling what?
Certainty.
Okay.
Certainty. As humans, we have a need for certainty. You want to be sure that something will work before you try it. And it's at different levels.
Yeah, but if you need to be sure that something will work before you do it, you're not going to do it because you're never going to be sure.
That's the thing. What makes you succeed is because the level of certainty that you need before you start is very low. As long as you like it and you feel it's going to work, you go. There are many people that will do a research for 3 years before they are sure enough to even try.